Every app on your phone hides the same secret structure. Instagram, your bank, your games, all of them store everything in label boxes inside a giant cabinet, and in the next few minutes you'll see exactly how. I'm Kai. Think of it like learning where a kitchen keeps its food before you cook. Let's open the cabinet. Picture a giant filing cabinet in an office, the kind with lots of drawers, each drawer clearly labeled. A database is exactly that, but for a computer. It's software whose whole job is to store information neatly and hand it back fast when you ask. In short, a database is an organized container for your data. Now open one drawer of that cabinet, and inside you find a spreadsheet. That single spreadsheet is a table. A table holds one type of thing, like all your users or all your orders laid out in neat rows and columns. In short, a database is the whole cabinet and a table is one drawer inside it. Let's zoom into that spreadsheet. The columns are the headers running across the top, like name, age, and city. Each row underneath is one single record, one actual person. Where a row meets a column, that one box is called a cell, and it holds a single value. In short, columns describe, rows are the entries. Before you pour data in, you tell the database the shape of the table, and that shape is called the schema. It's just a blueprint saying this table has an ID that's a number, a name that's text, and so on. Here's the trick. Once you set that blueprint, the database enforces it for you. So nobody can sneak the word banana into the age column. In short, the schema is the rulebook the table always obeys. Every column has a data type, which is just the kind of value it's allowed to hold. A number column takes numbers, a text column takes words, a date column takes real dates. This sounds boring, but it's what stops your birthday field from holding the word maybe. In short, types are the guardrails that keep each column clean. Imagine two people both named Alex Smith in your table. How do you tell them apart? You give every row its own unique number, and we call that the primary key. It's like a passport number. No two are ever the same. Honestly, I once built a whole app with no primary key and spent a weekend untangling duplicate customers. So learn from my pain. In short, the primary key is the one column that guarantees every row is unique. Here's the quiet superpower of that unique key. Grace has a birthday, so we bump her age to 42 and watch what happens to Ada and Alan. Nothing. The key lets the database walk straight to Grace's row and change only her, whether the table has 3 people or 3 million. That surgical precision is the whole reason keys exist. Here's why they call it a relational database. Instead of stuffing everything into one giant messy table, you make small focus tables and connect them. Your orders table just stores the customer's ID number, and that ID points back to the full row in the users table. In short, you store each fact once and link to it instead of copying it everywhere. The most common beginner trap is skipping a unique key. Look here, 2 rows. Both say Alex, 30, and now if you want to update just one, the database has no way to know which. You might wonder why this matters for a tiny table, but multiply it by a million rows and it becomes a nightmare. In short, always give rows a way to be told apart. Another classic slip is putting numbers into a text column. When you sort text, the database compares character by character, so 10 lands before 2, which looks completely broken. Pick the right type up front and sorting and math just work. In short, store numbers, not as words. You might ask, why not just use a spreadsheet for all this? For a quick personal list, honestly, go ahead. A spreadsheet is faster to start. But here's my honest take. The moment several people edit at once or you hit 100,000 rows, a spreadsheet gets slow and sloppy because nothing enforces the rules. A database shines exactly there, with strict schemas and many users at once. In short, spreadsheets for notes, databases for real systems. So think of it as a trade-off. The spreadsheet is the friendly notebook you grab for a quick list. The database is the vault, more setup, but it protects your data and serves thousands of people without blinking. Pick based on how big and how serious the job is. Let's tie it all together. A database is your labeled filing cabinet, a table is one spreadsheet drawer inside it, and every table follows a schema with typed columns and a primary key that keeps each row unique. Get these 4 ideas and everything else in SQL is just building on this foundation. Next lesson, we'll actually ask the tables questions with real queries. Python may look hard. Subscribing is the easy part.